Hello, I'm David. My wife Stephanie is manning the camera, and we're doing a video today on safety and security with our RV, the Sunseeker LE model 2250. So first thing I want to show you are the keys. We have a typical remote. This is really for the chassis of the van, for the doors on the chassis. This is the ignition key for the ignition. This key is for this black oval one is for the door to get into the back of the coach, the rear section of the coach. This is a safe. We'll show you the safe in a minute. So if you have valuables you need to lock inside the RV, you can do that. And then this little round key is really for all the outside storage doors or propane covers or generator covers, everything that's on the outside of the RV. So I won't get into the remote control or the ignition for the chassis because that's pretty much like any vehicle you're used to using. However, here on the coach access store, we have two keyholes. One is for the handle, and the one off to the side is for a deadbolt. So to lock the handle, you just turn it, and now the handle's locked. To unlock it, you go the other way, and the same with the deadbolt. Depending on how secure you want it to be, the deadbolt's going to hold the door a little bit better. I'm going to open it up, and when I get inside here, you're going to notice there's a trap door here. I'm going to use the white key, and this is a safe location. So if you have money, passports, wallets, anything like that that you want to lock securely, you can put that inside there, and your stuff is going to be safe and sound. Now, while we're still in the doorway, if you look around the right-hand side, you'll notice there's a fire extinguisher. It's located so that it's easy to get to from inside the RV or outside the RV. So either way, easy to get to. All right, so pulling out. When you're done camping and you're ready to leave your site, it's really important you do a final inspection and walk around and make sure that everything that needs to be secured and buttoned and put away is put away. As an example, you may have leveling blocks underneath the wheels. You want to make sure that those leveling blocks are out. You also might have the awning of the RV out. You want to make sure the awning is fully closed and up against the side of the rig and out of the way. When we come around the back, here we have, this is the slide for the queen bed. You want the slide completely in. Don't forget, in order to put the slide in, the parking brake must be engaged and the RV must be running, and you do that from inside the rig. We covered that in detail in another video, but just a reminder. Also, you want to make sure that your electrical cable comes out of here. The plug is unplugged from the shore supply. And also, your water connection for city water is right here. You want to make sure that city water is disconnected. You don't have any electrical cables or water lines still connecting you to the shore. Also, just for safety reasons, here we have the exhaust pipe for the generator. It sticks out somewhat far, and you just want to be aware of that because two reasons really: CO2. So if kids are playing out here, you want to have your windows closed on this side of the RV if you're running the generator. It's also quite hot to the touch. This panel right here is the hot water heater. You can see it says hot right here. Hot air comes out of this grid. So this is when your heater is running, your hot water heater, this is very hot to the touch. You want to be cautious and stay away from it. And then there's one other vent I want to show you on the other side of the RV. So behind this panel inside the RV is the furnace to heat the air in the RV. So if it's a cold night and you're going to run the heater, hot air is going to come out of here. So really three things. This is hot to the touch. Second is there's carbon dioxide coming out of here. And the third thing is if you have anything leaning against the wall or in the way here, any obstructions, really hot air is going to come out of here. It could melt it. It could burn it. You want to be very cautious about that. Also for safety, if you're away for the night, you know, you go away with friends, or you have you're visiting with people and you go away in a vehicle. It's going to be dark when you come back. You know, you've got exterior lighting you can turn on and turn off, so you can leave some lights on, so when you come home, you're in a safe environment. Nobody's going to be prowling around, hopefully in the dark. So those are all the safety things out here. Let's go inside and cover a few more topics. Okay, for your safety inside the vehicle, we have a smoke detector here on the ceiling. Okay, so please don't remove the batteries from that. It could go off when you're cooking. You could pull the battery out temporarily for that, or turn on the fan here to exhaust the air out of here. Also down here underneath the drawers, we have a detector. It's a combined detector. It detects CO2 as well as propane gases. Okay. Now, when you have a cold night, it's really important that you always heat the inside of the coach with the proper furnace and the thermostat. We have another video on climate controls and other controls to teach you how to operate the furnace and operate the air conditioner. What you want to avoid doing ever is running the engine of the chassis, using the chassis to heat the vehicle. It's going to produce too much carbon dioxide. It's dangerous for you. Or you don't want to use the range top to try to heat the air inside of here either. You want to use the furnace. So lastly, you know, in the front of the RV, we have the chassis, which has the driver's door and the passenger's door. And in the coach, very near to the front, we have a coach entrance. What if you're here in the back of the RV and there's a fire or an emergency and it's taking place in the front of the RV? I want to make you aware that the window in the queen bedroom is an emergency exit. There's red levers on both sides of the window. And you just actuate those red levers, push the window out, and you can jump out of that window on the side of the RV, and it's not very high from off the ground. Okay, so that covers everything from a safety and security perspective. I want to thank you for watching the video. We have other videos for other topics, and hope you enjoy your RVing.